Did you know that for many businesses, Scope 3 emissions make up over 70% of their total footprint? These are the emissions that come from everything that a company buys, sells, and also transports to another place. In this lesson, we will break down Scope 3 emissions, why they matter, and how we can measure them and also reduce. For a manufacturing industry, there's more emission in Scope 1 and 2. But for the service sector, Scope 3 is usually even more than 70%. The majority of emissions are then from business travel, employee commuting, purchased goods and services, and also investments. By the way, a problem of CO2 is also that it remains so much time in the atmosphere. A part of these emissions remain even for hundreds of years. You want to offset this with projects that have the same kind of lasting impact, right? Well, that's not so easy to control, upstreams or downstreams, which is relevant for Scope 3. It's called the permanence of a project. But that is a subject for later. In this course of 12 lessons, I cannot treat everything, but on this channel I have also many other videos just outside the course. I just remind that GHG accounting is complicated, but at the same time we really need it to survive the coming challenges. What are Scope 3 emissions? Scope 3 covers many categories, including purchased goods and services, that is, raw materials, office supplies and packaging, transportation and distribution, so shipping and delivery trucks, airplanes, etc. Product use and disposal. Those are emissions when customers use or discard their product. Think now about an electric car producer. Scope 3 then includes mining the metals, making the batteries, and also all the electricity used when driving a car. But of course, from the driver's point of view, this electricity would be of Scope 2. By the way, with our attention here in this lesson to the end customer, I have also a channel for the domestic sector. Yes, all the families in the world that consume about 1/3 of the energy worldwide. The channel is called Energy Home Do It Yourself, and I help families to save energy, money, and contribute to a healthier planet. See their link in the description. So, sharing with your customers and employees this channel can reduce your Scope 3 emissions. How to measure Scope 3 emissions? Use supplier-specific data if possible. That is more specific than general data from a database. And an increasing number of suppliers is also aware that this kind of data is asked from them. Apply industrial averages if direct data is not available. And then use databases like EcoInvent or GHG Protocol's Scope 3 evaluator. How to reduce Scope 3 emissions? Work with suppliers to reduce emissions. You can ask them how to contribute to your cleaner supply chain. They might already be well prepared and willing to cooperate. You as customer are in their Scope 3 tail. Design low-carbon products like energy-efficient appliances. An example in the previous lessons was the Solhetten light bulb of IKEA. By the way, that was one of the videos from that other channel of mine. And this light bulb was a deliberate action of IKEA to manage to reduce the Scope 3 emissions. And they wrote that also in their report. Encourage recycling and circular economy practices so that your customers will cause less emissions from plastic and paper production. Scope 3 is the hardest but also the most important category to address. In future videos, we will explore strategies to track and to reduce these emissions. By the way, your Scope 3 might be Scope 1 or 2 for the supplier, so double counting can be a problem. Subscribe for more insights and see you in the next lesson.